to you by Kellogg's. Kellogg's Cereals. The best to you each morning from Kellogg's of Battle Creek. Now let's all play What's My Line? And now, live from New York, let's meet our What's My Line panel. First, the popular columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in papers coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
And now, let's play Password. The clues are Thursday night, CBS, 7:30. And the star is Alan Ludden.
Now, it's my pleasure to introduce the most resilient lady in television, and a lovely lady, too, Arlene Francis.
And now I think it's time that we all paid tribute to our president of Random House, Bennett, Cerf.
Now, it's my pleasure to introduce a gentleman who can spew forth four-syllable words faster than Mount Vesuvius can spew forth lava.
Goody.
In fact, they say the song Lava Come Back to Me was inspired by John Charles Davis.
Well, I must say, I don't even take umbrage at that one, bad as it was. I suppose everybody east of the Rockies is having a bit of trouble with water shortages, but this is an Indian summer, the like of which we have not known, I guess, in our lifetime, may never know it again. I've been up in the New Hampshire hills at my prep school, Tilton School, and I'm full of the milk of human kindness because we won the football game, the soccer game, the cross country, and I've never seen the country so beautiful as Tilton in my life. So, Bennett, love a boy. We trust that you enjoy the next half hour. Alan, it's nice to see you again on the panel.
Thank you, John.
We will also have a famous mystery guest before my friends on the panel a little bit later in the program. We'll meet our first challenger after this word. And now to meet our first challenger. Will you enter and sign in, please? Billy? Jean? Moore, right? Is it Miss or Mrs. Moore?
Miss.
Miss Moore, where are you from?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina. Yes. It's nice to have you with us. Now, Miss Moore, may I present our panel? You join me over here, please? And tell me, do you know how we keep score on What's My Line?
Yes, sir.
Ah, dear, I have a friend who keeps on waiting for the night when I say that to somebody and the answer comes back no. But I'm glad you know how we keep score, and since you do, we'll let the audience in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what your line is. All right. Panel, we can tell you that Miss Moore is salaried and deals in a product, and we'll begin the general questioning with Lava Boy.
Miss Moore, does the product with which you connected emanate from Raleigh, North Carolina? Is that where you do your business?
Yes.
Is it a product that can be used by both sexes?
Yes, the utilization of the product certainly is not restricted to any one sex.
Is it a consumable product?
Not in the terms of consumer as we use it in our basic economy or living habits, Bennett, I think. You may want to argue with me about this later, but it's not consumed in that sense. 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
How do we use it in our basic economy, John?
That is something you will discover within the next 10 minutes, I'm sure.
Could I hold this in my hand? Yes. Could I buy it in a store? Yes. Would you think it pretty funny if I did? No.
Well, I would say...
Well, would you, John?
I would say here, Miss Moore, I think is right, but if all things were in proper order, it would not be funny. Considering your present interests, I think we would agree it would be a bit funny if you did. Now, would you accept that?
Yes. All right. Does this have anything to do with animals or children? Yes. Is it children? No.
No. That's 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Ludden.
Considering her present interests, it would be strange for her to buy it in a store. And it has to do with animals. Is it something that is it strange that a woman should be associated with this product? Would we more often associate men with this product than women?
That's a hard one, Alan. I don't think that... I would let you, if you feel strongly in the matter, I would say go one way or the other. But otherwise, I would say that I think probably the identification with the animal of both sexes is probably about equal. Would you say that?
Yes.
So
I'm not talking about the animal. I'm talking about her. The fact that... I mean, the fact that a lady is connected with this product that has to do with animals
I see.
is
Was
strange.
well, that's
Yes.
fine. If you want the no, you've got it.
Oh,
That's
I got it. I see. Well, me and my...
Is this animal a domestic animal?
Well, it's domesticated, yes. I think we'd agree that.
It's not wild.
That's right.
Is it an animal that one might see in a zoo?
I don't think so. It would be a strange thing, I think, to see it in the zoo. 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Miss Moore, did I hear you answer previously that this thing could be held in the hand?
Yes.
That meant the product and not the animal. Is that correct?
No, that is not, Bennett, so that
Well,
you are
now,
not misled. The issue here is the product is identified as having to do with animal, and we agreed that the product could be held in the hand.
I see. Is the product, the animal, alive at the time you were dealing with it, Miss Moore?
Yes.
Would you say that this product, this animal, is in the insect world?
No. That makes it 5 down and 5 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Well, Miss Moore, is the animal too big to hold in my hand? No.
6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Ludden.
Is the animal in the reptile family?
7 down and 3 to go, Miss Francis.
Is the product one that is used on the animal? So
No,
did we
I
get
think
this
here
clear? I'm not too sure.
We are willing to concede that the animal and the product can be considered identical.
I see. Is the animal other than four-legged?
No. That makes it 8 down and 2 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Is it a member of the cat or dog family?
9 down and 1 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Is it a rodent?
Thank heaven.
Is it the type of, well, it is not used up. May I eliminate mink and ermine?
Yes.
Is it either a mouse or a rat?
Yes.
Do you have something to do with mice?
Yes.
Do you breed mice for
Right,
laboratories?
That's very good. That was a tough one. Actually, Miss Moore is with North Carolina State College and raises mice there for research purposes. She's been doing this for 4 years. And in the few seconds before the program, I had to talk with her. I asked how it was that such a pretty and charming gal got into this particular kind of activity, and she said that she was the only one of about 20 applicants who could pick up a mouse at the time she applied. So she got the job.
See, that's why my question.
Is that right?
Are they white mice or any old mice at all?
There are 6 different colors of mice.
6 different colors.
We have 6 colors.
Pink and blue and gray. What?
Glad I haven't seen those, aren't you?
Well, thank you very much, Miss Moore. It was very nice to have you as our guest on What's My Life. And now will our next challenger enter and sign in, please? C.W. Mundy, is that right, sir? And Where are you from, Mr. Mundy?
Plainfield, New Jersey.
Plainfield, New Jersey. Panel, I must tell you something, because I think Mr. Mundy can be very proud of it. Mr. Mundy is 85 years old. And now, Mr. Mundy, may I formally present our panel to you?
You may.
Would you join me over here? Do you know how we keep score? Fine, then we'll let the audience in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what your line is. Panel, Mr. Mundy is self-employed and he deals in a service. And let's begin the general questioning with Arlene Francis.
Would I go to you for your service, Mr. Mundy? Would I come to you for your service?
You could.
You could, under certain circumstances, yes.
If I were in any kind of trouble, would I then be interested in what Mr. Mundy could do for me?
I don't think so. We wouldn't call it trouble. That's 1 down, 9 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Mr. Mundy, do you have anything whatever to do with the law?
With the law, no.
That's
Nothing.
2 down and 8 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Mr. Mundy, do you have anything to do with sports or athletics?
No, ma'am.
3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Ludden.
Mr. Mundy, have you been dealing in this service for most of these 85 years?
65 years.
65. Has there always been in this general area of the East?
Practically.
Mr. Mundy, did you have to have a special training to be able to perform this service?
No, sir.
Not within the terms of really special training. It is a skill that was acquired by the usual means, starting at the bottom and learning the job. All right, Mr. Mundy? That's 4 down and 6 to go, Miss Francis.
Why did they laugh? Because he started at the bottom.
Oh, I think that was because of the fact that I used such simple terminology.
We had a glass bottom boat last week. Do you work below the surface of the earth ever in your job?
No. 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Mr. Mundy, do you operate any kind of an elevator or something that might go up and down?
Well, we would have to agree, I think. Mr. Mundy, you correct me if I'm overstating this, but I think we would have to agree that there are occasions when Mr. Mundy does, in the reasonable pursuit of his affairs, operate something that goes up and down.
May I rule out elevators?
Yes, you may rule out elevators.
Mr. Mundy, have you ever worked in an amusement area?
No, sir.
Let me have a small conference. That's wonderful. Thank you. That's no sticks, Bennett. That's 6 down and 4 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
I think of a Ferris wheel or something like that.
Mr. Mundy, do you work with some type of machinery which has movable parts?
No, sir.
Well, now, I think Mr. Mundy would agree here that there are occasions when there are movable parts connected with certain of the appurtenances to the execution of your particular assignment. Yeah.
Would you ever use anything as elementary as a ladder?
Did you ever use a ladder?
No.
Never used a ladder?
No.
We don't believe in using ladders. No, I think
Jumps, huh?
Mr. Mundy has not used a ladder.
Okay.
Oh, that's all we need for the moment. 7 down and 3 to go, Mr. Ludden.
Well, now, we found out that Arlene might come to you for your service. Do men and women generally come to you for service, or does it, the question mark, do men and women come to you for service?
No women has anything to do with it.
Well, I think Mr. Mundy's experience is that no woman has specifically come, but in the general area of his activity, with your permission, it is possible that a woman could come for this service.
But what he does is most attractive, appeals to men, then, primarily.
Well, that's a rather elaborate way of putting it, but I guess we could accept it.
Well, I learned it all from you, John. You know. Do you, in this, something goes up and down, when it goes up and down in the performance of your service, do you go with it?
Yes.
You move as you serve, up and down. For men. Does it have anything to do with food?
That's a fine question. 8 down and 2 to go, Miss Francis.
Could you ever perform your service on the outside of a building?
Yes, we could. I think we could agree the service could be performed on the
Yes.
outside of a building, yes.
Yes.
Does it have anything to do with improving whatever property Mr. What was your
Mundy.
name, dear?
Mundy.
Mr. Mundy. Whatever Mr. Mundy might do to something, does it improve it?
Oh, we would say so, wouldn't
Yes,
we? Yes,
sir.
indeed, we'd say so.
Does it clean it?
Well, I think that we would have to agree that probably as an end result of what you do, there is a state of cleanliness that might not have existed prior to the administration of Mr. Mundy.
Would you be on a scaffolding at any time that you are doing your job?
A scaffold?
Scaffolding.
Would you like to be on a scaffold with me?
No. No, Mr. Mundy doesn't use scaffolds. That's 9 down and 1 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Mr. Mundy, do you have to belong to a union to perform the work that you do?
No, sir.
He does now. That's 10 down and no more to go. Now, this was very tough. At 85 years old, I just trust I have the energy and the simple courage to be painting flagpoles 100 feet up and down. Yes, sir.
For men.
What does he use to get up and down?
Bosun's chair.
I
Boom,
go
boom, 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 little
Well, of
bosun's chair.
course.
Well,
Why
I go
didn't
up
we
a foot
get
and a
that?
half each time. Is that the
Doesn't a
bosun's
painter
chair?
have to belong to a painters union?
Not a
no.
flagpole
Not
painter.
Not in
Not
Plainfield,
flag.
New Jersey.
Well, Mr. Mundy, thank you. It was wonderful to have you again.
Meeting you.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. We had a wonderful time. Hope you enjoyed it, too.
I did.
Thank you. Well, say hello to the panel. Well, we'll meet tonight's mystery guest in just a moment. But first, here is a word from our sponsor. And now we come to the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery challenger, for which, as you all know, the panel is blindfolded. The blindfolds are all in place, panel?
Yes, sir. Yes, John.
Will you enter mystery challenger and sign in, please? All right, panel. As you know, in the case of our mystery challenger, one question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise, and we'll begin with Dorothy Kilgallen.
Are you a performer?
Oui.
Mr. Ludden?
Yeah, that was a we, huh?
That was a we.
Are you an actor?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Miss Francis.
Are you a performer in the picture world?
Oui.
Mr. Cerf?
Are you also prominent, possibly, in some branch of athletics?
No.
No?
2 down and 8 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Trying to figure out why that was so funny. What did Alan get a no on? May we have a conference, John?
You may have 30 seconds
It's not a
for
man, it's a
comment.
woman.
It's not a man. He just said he wasn't an actor. That doesn't mean he isn't an actress. Do you play comedy parts?
Oui.
Mr. Ludden?
Are you currently appearing in a film in New York, in Broadway, as it were?
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
Have you appeared in the theater in New York?
Oui.
Mr. Cerf?
Are you at present appearing in a play on or near Broadway?
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Are you in the forthcoming film, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World?
Oui.
Mr. Ludden?
You're not Buddy Hackett. Are you Buddy Hackett?
No. 5 down and 5 to go, Miss Francis.
It is a girl, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yes. It is a girl. Mad, 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 mad world. All I can think of is Jonathan Winters.
I'm so confused.
Do you sing?
Oui.
6 down and, pardon me, 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Do you also do impersonations?
No.
That's 6 down and 4 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Are you Ethel Merman?
Oui. This one we thought we'd really trap you with because actually Miss Ethel is in It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, but that doesn't open in New York till, what's it, 17th?
November 17th is the big benefit.
Yeah, 17th of November.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, you'd ask about a picture, and Ethel could say no. And then she's going to be in the Persian room, but not till November 6th, so we could stop you there. And there isn't a movie currently on Broadway, and she's not in a Broadway show.
And she did a wonderful job with her voice. There was a terrible moment when I thought she was Milton Berle.
I never thought I'd mistake Buddy Hackett and Ethel Merman.
Somebody from the Giants.
She is a giant, aren't you, Ethel?
Oh, is that what you were fishing for when you were asking about athletics, Bennett?
Sure, I thought it might be Tittle. Y.A. Tittle.
I'd like to have had him here tonight. What a game, not to digress from the lovely facts of your wonderful, wonderful career in the theater, and the happy fact that, by golly, you're going to be around doing a lot of things now.
Yes, I hope they tune in. This Tuesday night, I'm on the Red Skelton Show.
Tuesday night on the Red Skelton Show.
Yes.
That's
and then the big Mad, 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 Mad,
Mad
World,
World
and
on
then
the
the
17th, and the
Persian Room
Persian
at the
Room.
Plaza Hotel on November 6th, yes.
Well,
Sing us your opening number from the Persian Room, Ethel. Come on, be a sport.
Be a price? You have to come and
I
sing.
remember when you were. In many ways, I think everybody agrees that New Yorkers are lucky because so much does happen in this town. But we're luckier than usual come the next couple of weeks because you're just in a class all by yourself, way up on top of the mountain. Thank you, Miss Ethel, for coming to see us. Lovely to have you here. Well, since we have to give you A for effort, I think we'll agree that you've done rather well tonight. Congratulations anyway, panel, and we'll all be back after this word from our alternates. And on that happy note, good night, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
Good night, John. Good night, Alan. Come again.
Thank you, Dorothy. Good night, Arlene.
Good night. Give my love to your beautiful wife.
I'd be delighted.
How is she?
She's fine. She's
What
right
is
down.
her name again?
Betty White.
Good night, dear Bennett.
Good night. Hooray for Tilton.
Thank you, Bennett. Cerf. Ray is right. We won all of our games for good old Tilton School. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us on What's My Line?
What's My Line is a CBS television network production in association with Mark Goodson and Bill Todman. This is Johnny Olson speaking.